There we go. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Margaret and this is my channel, Texas Al Treasures. I buy things at thrift stores and garage sales and estate sales to flip on eBay and Etsy for a profit to help support my family. So today I have got a gathering of items that I've gotten both from thrift stores and garage sales. I actually have a small mountain of things to share with you guys from the last couple of weeks because I haven't really been doing haul videos, but I've still been picking things up. But I haven't listed them yet because I wanted to share them with you guys before I started. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to start sharing with you some of the things that I picked up to flip and talk to you about why I picked them up and how much I bought them for. And I'm going to share with you the research that shows kind of the price range and the profits that I'm going to make on these things. So I've probably got about, 15 things to share with you guys today. And it's everything from games to vintage stuff to housewares. The only thing I don't have today that a lot of my friends like is jewelry. But I do have some jewelry for another one. Right, okay. And I am live, so hello everybody. It's come to see, watching the chat, talk amongst yourselves. And yeah, if I see questions, then I'll jump into the chat for a minute and answer them. And if not, then I'll come back at the end and do that at that time. But if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And go over there and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, so first up, of course, the things I researched first are now on the bottom of the pile, so I've got to scoochie some things out of the way and try to not knock things over. Okay, so first up, we're going to talk about some hats, vintage hats. We drove to my sister's place last weekend, and we went through Dripping Springs, which is kind of south of Austin, and I hit a thrift store there, and I picked up some hats. They were $1. I think I got some video footage in that thrift store too. But anyway, that's for a video for another time. So I picked up this vintage Arkansas Razorbacks hat. I didn't realize till later that it's a youth size, but I think it's okay. Anyway, so I paid $1 for that. And let me share with you guys what I'm seeing. Now, I didn't search youth. I just kind of searched for vintage Arkansas Razorbacks hat. So it may not sell for a while. It might take a little bit of time, but you never know. I mean, I see this one here that sold for 20 bucks. Again, not exactly like mine. Mine doesn't have the actual Razorback on it, so it might not sell for quite as much. But you know what? I took a chance. It was $1. I didn't look things up while I was there because I was like, oh, it's $1. I'll take a chance. So I'm guessing I'm probably going to put it around $15. That's my guess. I might put it a little bit higher and then put best offer on it. So like I might list it at $17.99 and then automatically accept anything, $15 or more, or something like that. Okay, so next up, a couple of the hats ended up being kind of a bust. Well, one of them in particular. One of them I couldn't find. So this one I couldn't find. And this is where audience participation comes in. If you are able to find it, then send me a link and let me know, because then we'll know. There's a few items like that I just couldn't find, and I was like, okay, it's time to ask the tribe. Everybody, see if you can find it. All right, so this is a burnt orange, because we're here in UT country, John Deere hat, which cool, right? And I did find some burnt orange John Deere stuff, but not a hat. So let's peek. And sorry if the light's weird. I have a light for videos and stuff, and the neck on it broke, and I tried to fix it with packing tape. It did not work. Anyway, they sent me a new one. I just haven't put it together yet, so hopefully soon the lighting won't be so creepy. Okay, so burnt orange John Deere hat. I didn't find one, so I kind of don't know what I'm going to ask for this. Let's see. This is one vintage original John Deere baseball hat, 45 bucks. I mean, so here I see one for 20 bucks. That's, orange and gray, 20 bucks on this black. I mean, their classic logo is that green and yellow color, you know what I mean? So I'll probably, because it's in pretty good shape. There's a little bit of wear in there, but overall it's in really nice shape. So I'll probably put it up around $20. I am in, UT country, so yeah. Anyway, did I look up another one? No. Okay, that was it. I know I did some searching on Google, but I couldn't find it either. Okay says, I tried to sell some John Deere fishing lures recently. They didn't do very well. Oh no. Oh, I have a question. How? Okay, Tanya says, how do you handle the waiting? I'm very new to eBay, not having much luck. I don't want to give this stuff away. Yeah, don't give it away. If you got questions too, like put the question marks in front of it so I can see it real easy. Yeah, there are things that sell faster than others. That's for sure. When you get into this, you gotta have to know, like, there are things that flip faster, and there are things that you have to sit on and wait for a little while. But yeah, just hold tight. You know, I get it. It's hard. Okay. Yeah, vintage stuff can sit. She's saying, Tanya's saying, mostly vintage dishware right now. Yeah, so I think getting a mix as well. I know I went from, a big mix of things to selling jewelry, and jewelry sells pretty well. I mean, so you get that going, and that's, but it's funny, it's funny how when you start listing, things start selling. So a lot of the newer stuff that I've listed lately has been selling. So yeah, so that's kind of why, situations changed in our household. And so I had to make a change and I couldn't limit myself to just selling jewelry. I had to branch out so that I could make sure that I had more things selling consistently. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, PB Real, thank you so much for that super chat of $2. That helps so much. You have no idea. All right. I'm going to shoot this hat to you, and I'm going to look in the chat real fast, just to see if there's any other things that pop up. House divided today in Austin. Rhonda says, oh yes, glad to see you too. Are you guys UT and A&M? Because my mom is a UT and my brother is an A&M, so we have that too. All right, and here we go. This is a Newcastle hat. Again, as I said, this is one of those times I had my kids. We were on the road. We stopped at this thrift store, and I was like, okay, I'm not looking stuff up. It's $1 a hat. Let's just go with it. And this one was not, this one's going to be kind of a bust. So these Newcastle hats, there are some that sold for $12.99, which is, I guess that's not too bad. This one's in almost new condition. So, okay, I take that back. I bought it for $1. If I sell it for $12.99, $13, that's still a good at least $7 or $8 profit. So I'm okay with that. Okay, that's cool. It's not like a total bust. Now the next hat, it's here somewhere. Only for whatever reason, when I was grabbing it stuff, it's not here. But I found it, so I can show it to you. If you guys are familiar with Firefly or the show or Serenity, there was a TV show and then there was a movie. I am 100% a big Firefly lover. So when I saw this hat, I knew exactly what it was. And again, I don't have the handy, but this is the hat. Right here, this brown coats, and it says, we aim to misbehave. So this is one, I couldn't find one sold, but this is the hat that I have that I picked up for $1. $17.99 is what it's up there for right now. Firefly brown coat, aim to misbehave hat. If you haven't watched that show, it is stellar. I love it. And yeah, I didn't find a sold one. So I just kind of have to go off of what's up there right now. I know I get comments sometimes that are like, you can't really say what you're going to get if you don't, Anyway, you know how it goes. But that's just what I'm going to list it for. This one, it's brand new. So I might list mine around $15 because mine is a little worn. Not worn, but it's a little smushed because it was in a big basket full of hats. So it got a little mushed. Okay. Let's see. Yep, totally. Anastasia says, sometimes it's surprising when things go fast, too. I just keep listening. And I love it. It's a love-hate, right? When that happens. When you're listing things and something you just listed sold, and you're like, but yay! Did I list too little? But, oh! Yeah. Tanya says, I have some great jewelry, some costume stuff, better stuff. Where should I look for comparables? I would just describe it into, like, a Google search. And if you want, I have a jewelry group called Texas Gals Jewelry Lovers that you could, oh, great equals great. Texas Gals Jewelry Lovers that you could go and ask for help or say like, hey, I looked it up. I couldn't find anything like it. Can y'all give me some pointers? Everybody over there is super helpful. And they love seeing pretty jewelry. So it's a win-win for everybody. Okay, so Laura says, okay, so what's the trick to get yourself motivated to list? When you find the answer to that, I would love to hear it. I have to do it when my kids go to bed. So because I homeschool and I do this, and so I try really hard to get at least between 5 and 10 things listed a day. It doesn't always happen. And I just had to kind of not pay attention to other people and what they're doing, because if you start paying attention to other resellers and like I mean, the listing challenges are great, don't get me wrong at all, but it's like it starts to wear, like I would start feeling bad about myself that I was like, oh my gosh, Debbie listed 20 items yesterday and I've like not listed 20 items all week. It's just like you can't get down on yourself. You just got to do what you can do when you can do it, right? And so that's the reason that I take a ton of pictures at one time. So I'm like, when we go somewhere, if my kids are not like right here, like that, then I'm like, blah, 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 let me get something up. And then when they're here again, then I'm like, okay, because I don't like to be in the computer around them. Okay, so I just do what I can. That was a long story to get to that. And what about airbrush Minecraft hats? I haven't seen those. My kids would like that. So I'm guessing yes. Okay says, I schedule myself to list every Sunday like a job. If I get more done in between, I'm happy. I'm busy all week. Yeah, totally. Okay, next item. Let's see what I've got. Okay, this is another one that's audience participation. I got this at Goodwill a couple weeks ago. And I got it because it's freaky and awesome, and I love it. And maybe I shouldn't sell it, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. But I got it for $1.99 at Goodwill. It is a vase, maybe. There was no lid, so I think the lid here is not tall enough to have been a ginger jar. If you know what a ginger jar is, it's shaped kind of like this. This lip is usually a little bit higher, and there's usually a lid that goes on top. But the body of the vase is shaped like a ginger jar. I don't know. I didn't search ginger jar. Maybe I should do that. Okay, now I'm like, okay, maybe the lid got broken, and that's why I couldn't find vase. Okay, but it is a little yellow vase with these little gnome transfers on it, and this little guy, he's dancing with a mouse, and he's like having, what is that? Is it beer or ketchup? He's having some ketchup with a hedgehog. I know. He's feeding some birds. Wait, no, he's back with the chick. It's like, no, I like my ladies. So I thought it was awesome, and it was $1.99, and I couldn't find one just like it. However, I'm going to go look for ginger jar now that I've started describing it. What I did look at are these, vintage gnome vases. I looked on Etsy and I looked on eBay because it's something kind of quirky, and I thought it might be something that, I paid $2 for it. So if I sold it for $20, which is probably what I'll end up going for, then that'll be good. Okay, let's come in here and take out vase, and let's put in ginger jar. Oh, my laptop, the G sticks, so sometimes it won't go. Ginger jar. Let's look. Crossing fingers. No. It's kind of the small mouth at the top, too, to be a ginger jar. But, I mean, like, this is a ginger jar. No ginger jar. Okay. So, I'm looking at vintage gnome vases sold listings on eBay. And most of them are those three-dimensional types, which are awesome. If you find them, then pick them up. But mine has these little transfer images on it. I'm going to look in the chat in 1 second. Okay. I see it going, and I'm like, I bet there's something there. But as you can see, quirky little things like this can sell for a fair amount, depending on what the piece is. This guy with his carriage sold for $30. That's pretty good. Yeah, but I couldn't find mine. Look at this one with a mushroom. Isn't that adorable? I would have a really hard time getting rid of that. Okay, let's see what the chat says. Marib says, what is your secret when there are no comps for a ceramic pattern or antique? I go with my gut. And that's what I have. Another thing to do is take a picture, ask in the group. Either I have a group called International League of Thrifters. Jason has a group called the Thrifting Board. He's got a lot of people in there. If you go in and you say, okay, I've got this thing. I've tried looking it up as a gnome vase. I've even tried gnome ginger jar. I can't find one like it. I've tried transferware because it's got little transfers, and just if you go in and tell them, like, here's what I've looked for, I can't find it. Anybody see something like this or no? You've got all those people that can come help you. And then if I still don't know, then I just kind of guesstimate and I go with it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I might throw a picture into the thrifting board and ask an International League of Thrifters, and just say like, I can't find this. I'm thinking I'm gonna list it for $20. What do you guys think? You know, it's kind of neat, nichey, nichey. Nichey's not right either. Anyway, there is a certain niche that people like, but we can call it nichey if we want. Okay. Tanya says, put good jewelry on eBay and Etsy. I put it on both. I do it on both. I go both ways on eBay and Etsy. Okay, so next up, okay, this is just me doing a Google search. I was like, anything, Google, anybody. Okay, next item, I couldn't believe I found at Goodwill. And when I checked out, hang on, I'm grabbing it. When I checked out, even the guy at the checkout was like, what? Let me see this. Pardon me. Okay, I paid $3 for this. And it is a vintage lacquerware photo album. And it's got Japan on it. It's got Mount Fuji. It's got the cherry blossoms. It's got this inlaid. Can you see the inlaid abalone shell? I don't know if that's really inlaid. It's just kind of on there. It's a lacquered on. And then the photos have all been removed. But some of the corners, like so, the photo corners are still in there. So I don't know if that will affect the price. But I couldn't, like, for $3, yes ma'am, I will take it. And so let's take a look. There were two that sold like mine with Mount Fuji Japan on them on eBay. And they both sold for $38. It looks like the same seller too because of the background. You can see that kind of mesh background. So I'm pretty happy with that, having spent $3 on it, getting $38. And it looks like they, you know, the buyer paid shipping on there. So that's pretty cool. I didn't even look on Etsy for that one because I'm happy with $38. Let's see. Do I ship? I do ship internationally. It was something I built up to. So if you're a new seller, you know, get comfortable with selling in the U.S. and then start, you know, maybe try GSP, Global Shipping Program, if you're doing eBay, and then kind of get yourself comfortable for sure. So, yeah. Okay, I'm not sure. I guess if PayPal's not available in your country, I can do credit cards. I don't know. I guess it depends. I don't know a lot about other stuff like that. Okay, next up, I bought a board game. Let me rearrange some of my mess over here. So the reason I bought this game, I haven't been picking up a ton of games lately because they are bigger and they're harder, not hard to ship, but you know, I'm getting into bigger stuff again. But the reason I went ahead and got this one was it's in German. It's a Ravensburger, I believe is right, who makes really good puzzles and other games and stuff like that too. But this one's all in German, as you can see. No, or you can't. Here you can see on the back. So if you see something like this, like it's a game or something like that, it's all in German or all in French or in another language that's a little more unusual, it's worth looking at. So this ends up being a vintage one. It's missing one die, I guess I should say. But it's got the instructions, the game, it's got the little geese in there, and it's supposed to have 2 die, but it only has 1. Unless it's underneath the cardboard thing. I didn't look. It might be underneath there. But, okay, so let's take a look at this one. There's a newer version of this, Gannespiel, which I'm guessing has something to do with geese. That's my guess. So let's take a peek at Gannespiel. This is one, yeah, this one sold for $25. But what did I pay for this game? I didn't tell you that, did I? I paid $1.99. Can we see it? Where'd it go? Where is it? It's over there. I paid $1.99 for this game. So I thought that was a steal. $2 for the game. And this one sold for $25. But here's another thing. So here's another one. There's only one other one up there right now, and it's listed for $50. So that's my conundrum. It's like, okay, I see one sold for $25. Let me go back so you can see. So there's one that sold for $25. That's a different game. Let's click out of sold listings, and you can see. So there's one other one up there, That's a more current version of it. This one is the one I have. It's up for $49.99, and that's it. So this is where I split the difference. So if I see there's one that sold for, what did we say, 30 bucks, 25 bucks, and then there's one up there for 50. I mean, that's a huge jump to me. That's $25. There's this $31. I would probably put it closer to $35 is what I'll probably end up putting mine at. Just because if the $31.49 one sells first, great. Then there's two options left, and it's mine at $35 and another one at $49. And this one's got free shipping. I don't do free shipping, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah, that's don't use the whatever business model, but that's what I'm saying right now. That's probably what I'm gonna do. And I'll set it up. Oh, they set it up. Okay, good. Or did they not? You know, take good pictures and all that good stuff. So, but that's what I'm going to do. 35 bucks. Oh, look at it there. That's adorable. Okay. Moving on. Let me look in the chat real fast and see what we've got going on over there. And, okay. All right. Unless the chat is frozen, I don't see anything new. So the next thing I wanted to share with you guys that I picked up, it's another one of those things that I may or may not sell. You may or may not know this about me, but I have a thing for Don Quixote. And I don't know if I think I've shared this once before because I found like a Don Quixote print framed picture that I was like, I don't think I can sell it. But I found this Don Quixote cigar box. So, Don Quixote de la Mancha. And there he is on his horse. He's getting ready to go fight a windmill, I'm sure. But it's a nice, wooden inlay, wooden inset, I guess I should say, type cigar box. And I paid up for this because I loved it. So I paid $10. I don't even think I looked it up because I was like, you know what? If it's worth a lot, then I'll sell it. If it's not worth a lot, I'm just going to keep it. So that's another tip. If you're wanting to check out, like you're like, I think I want to try to sell this, and you're trying to get into this, buy stuff that you wouldn't mind keeping if you're just starting out. So yeah, there we go. Is the thing frozen? Okay, excuse me. Okay, so let me share with you guys this. So here is something similar, a couple of similars. They're like $30. That one's international. Is this one international too? Don Quixote La Mancha. Did I mean this? I don't know. Did I? About 30 bucks is what I'm seeing up there, and those aren't even sold. Let me click on sold. Well, there we go. That one sold for maybe $50. Best offer taken. I will do a little more searching. That's pretty cool. This fountain pen, I would have a hard time selling that, but 300 bucks or $268 would really make me think twice about it. But mine is very similar to this one. I'll have to see what the best offer was on that. Now, $10 is a lot to spend for me on something to get that kind of return on investment. So if I'm going to spend that kind of money, it either needs to be something I'm for sure going to make a good profit on, or that I don't mind keeping. So that's why I spent the $10 on that, because normally I would not do that. So if it is selling, if I can sell this for $50, which is unlikely because I see a couple for around what we say 30, maybe I'll list it and then just put it on my shelf. And if it sells, I'll just go get it off the shelf. So we'll see. Okay is asking, do I only ship USPS? Recently offer USPS FedEx for return. Oh yeah, I just do USPS. I don't do FedEx. And I know, I think Jenny was talking about shipping pirate ship, something like that. I don't know anything about it. I guess I just need to keep things simple for myself because I have so much going on in my other life. In my other life, in the rest of my life, there's no other life, Margaret. This is it. All right, next up, the next thing I got, one of my kids wants it, but I'm not sure. So I got this at a garage sale last weekend or the weekend before, and it is a Cybergear doorbell answering machine. And it was originally sold at Kohl's for 30 bucks, and we got it for $1 at a garage sale. So there's one that sold on eBay for $19.99 with free shipping. I don't do free shipping, so I will probably still list mine for $19.99 because there's not another one just like this up there, and the other one that is there is this cutesy flower one, and that's up for 30 bucks. So I'll probably list mine for about $20. The original price, as I showed you, was $29.99. And then the person feels like they're getting a great deal, and I make a good profit, and that's what I'm all about, making a good profit. So $1 into, well, if it sells for 20, it's like a $15 profit, about, guesstimating after fees and stuff. Okay, let's see. Fat Elvis says, FedEx has better pricing when you ship within your own state. That's a good tip. I'll look into that. But honestly, I have to keep it simple for myself. Maybe if I have more time later and I can... Taking time to learn, I like to learn new things, but sometimes it's... I don't have enough room in my brain for it at the moment. Okay, next. Pardon me, my nose is itchy. I think all the dust. Okay, this is sort of a bust. I liked selling Bibles, and I still enjoy them. Gosh, there really is some like dust or something. So I was at a church garage sale. I'm going to go crazy with my nose, y'all. I'm sorry. There's like the dust and stuff that's really started tickling my nose. And I do like selling Bibles, and one of the things that I normally tell myself is look for large print. Usually that's a winner, right? So there's this one I picked up, and it's giant print, so it was $1. Catholic edition, giant print. I didn't put Catholic edition in there. That might help me a little bit. But it wasn't going for what I was expecting or what I was kind of hoping. I was hoping for like at least $20. But the one that I found that was most similar was this one. Oh yeah, that's it. Catholic Bible. $7 is what it sold for. I'll probably still list mine for like $10. Because then I can at least get, maybe a $5 profit off of it. And I can send it media mail because that's cheaper as far as shipping goes. Live and learn, right? It was one of those things that I didn't look it up because I was like, large print, Bible, good to go, right? It's a winner. And this not really on this one. But, still, $1 into 10, I'm okay with that. It's not the best, but okay. So, I'm looking in the chat. Okay, they're just talking amongst themselves. So next up is another thing that I haven't sold in a while, like new type stuff. But when you see a profit, you see a profit. And I got these two. They are Defiant brand indoor 2-pack digital timers. So it's these plug-in timers. You plug stuff into like a fish tank or something like that you want the lights to go off and on, or we had bearded dragons, you could make it turn off the lights at night or turn on the lights, the nighttime stuff for your reptiles or whatever. So I got 2 of those, and they were $2 a piece, so $4 on those. And let's take a look at what they're up there for. It'll be easy to list because, one of them, the packaging is kind of mushed, but these are sold. And it looks like, that one sold for $13,997. Let's see. What I want to sell them to, I'll probably sell them by themselves and just do quantity too. And just say, the packaging is kind of messed up on one of them. But I'm probably going to put them closer to the $13. This one sold for $14.99. Okay, I'm good with that. Let's look at what's up there right now too, just in case. Yeah, $13, $14, right in that range. So that's probably what I'll end up doing, right around $13. That one's up for $16. Yeah. Okay, cool. So $2 into $13 or $14. It's a good $7 or $8 profit. Not ginormous, but it's good. Steady, right? Steady. And then next up, ready for it? I got this at a garage sale either last weekend or the weekend before. And it's a little realistic pug face wall hook, right? That you would put on your wall to hang your purse or your scarf or something. And pugs, people like their pugs, right? So I could only find one. I didn't find a sold. Or wait, maybe this was sold. This was sold. Okay, this sold for $18.95. It's very similar to mine. This one's tongue is a little different than mine, but same premise. And so I'll probably do the same. Probably put him around. Well, that was on auction, so maybe I'll put it at $19.99, just because I can always take a best offer. That's probably what I'm going to do. Nope, I don't see any more. Okay, that's what I'm going to do for that. All right, let's see. Let's look at the chat real fast because I've got a couple more things, and then we'll jump out. Okay, yes, rain. Oh my gosh, I wish. Talking about the weather. Awesome. FedEx. Okay, Teresa says, I'm new and having a hard time with understanding all the eBay fees. Not so much listing always, but monthly. Is it always different? Your monthly fees should be fairly the same if you have an eBay store, but then like sometimes the fees will be different if you've got, when you're relisting stuff, for insertion fees, and then also sometimes they have promotions and things like that. So it can vary. Yeah. Okay, then same. Okay, I'll come back to that scratching Florida. Okay, so the next thing, you guys, it's no secret. It may or may not be a secret to you that I love selling these things. I have a bunch that I need to get listed because I've sold all mine already. And I have a big basket full of them over there that I need to list. Okay, and I know some people are like, I have mine listed forever and it won't sell. I don't know why. But I love listing these, and I mean, sometimes they sit for a little while, but other times they sell really fast. And they're just, they're easy to ship. They're easy to, that one's missing a hook. That stinks, I just realized that. That one's missing one of the little thingy doodles. That's the technical term for it too. Anyway, so I paid $1 each for those, and I want to share with you guys what ones have sold recently on eBay, because they are kind of like, some of the prices are up and down. Here's the deal with it. Somebody that's wanting to buy one of these is looking for something. I know it sounds weird, but they're looking for a specific type, because there's tall ones, there's skinny ones, there's ones that have these knobs that look like little pegs, and some of the pegs look like longer. Anyway, they have different things that they're looking for. So it's like somebody that's looking for this. They want this particular style for their farmhouse or whatever that they've got going on their cottage. And they don't want a tall, skinny one. They want a brown one like this, or they want one that they can paint or whatever. So you have to keep that in mind. So like this one sold for $8.99, fine. But I'm going to show you the ones I've sold too. So here's one kind of similar to what we had for $13.95. Here's one, best offer. That's just almost just like what I had. Again, I will list mine. Look, this one sold for $29.99. It's not anything different than the one above it that sold for $12.95, other than free shipping. But that's okay. I list mine for a lot higher, like this one here, $19.99. You go, you got it. So here is my Etsy sold. So these, as you can see over here, I've got sold out selected with this little red dot over here, or orange dot rather, and underneath it says inactive 3. So the ones that are inactive are the ones that I sold on eBay. The ones that sold right here on sold out are the ones that sold on Etsy. So these are all, I sold 17 on Etsy over the years, and like this one I sold for $34.99, $29.99, $32.99. And the last time I checked, the last time I talked to, I think it was Carly, Poetry of Nice, and she's like, oh, I've been listing mine for $30 now, and they've been selling. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start listing mine a little bit higher. So as you can see, around $25, $30, depending on the number of hooks, because some of them, like this one that sold for $34, this one had more pegs on it. So if you can look on inactive, these 3 are the ones that sold on eBay. And one of them, this $25 one over here, is almost just like what I've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only this one's got more pegs. Boop, 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 boop. So that's good. All right, good deal. So I need to get those up and listed. I just need to sit down and do it and get them photographed. Okay, let me look in the chat. And I have my mug here. I shared this mug the other day. It was like I only bought one when I went to the thrift store. It's still sitting here. So if you didn't see that, I bought this Pocahontas mug for $1.99 at the Goodwill, and I think it was like $25 or something. I'm going to sell it for. So anyway, it's still sitting here waiting to get photographed. All right, let me look in the chat. And I never did see how many friends are watching. How many friends do we have watching? Let me go look. Friends. 74. Go over there and hit the thumbs up, everybody. Yes, burn those calories and send me some of that calorie burn too. All right. Okay, read that one already. eBay fees. Okay, Scratchings Florida says, do you sell the same item on Etsy and eBay? I do. I cross-post my items on Etsy and eBay, and I have a video about it too, a few of them. But I do. I list them on both sites, and I know a lot of times people will say, "What if it sells on both sites at the same time?" And I think I've only had that happen maybe once or twice, and it is in the middle of the night, and it's because I have my phone with me all the time. So when something sells, I immediately go and take it down off the other site. And my kids know if they hear a cha-ching, they know to bring me my phone real fast, like take it off. And yeah, so that's what I do. And I haven't, and if it happens, then I would cancel the Etsy sale over the eBay sale, just because of the way eBay is configured with canceling sales and stuff like that. Okay. I mean, if not, there's so many things that I've sold, as you saw, on Etsy that didn't sell on eBay. And okay, next in the chat, Patricia says, what would your top 5 advice be for someone getting into reselling items as a business? Top 5 things. Okay, start small. Like, don't jump in. Like, don't go quit your day job and then be like, I can't support myself. Start small. Start with stuff around your house. Take really good pictures. Get a really good handle on your shipping and figuring out how to ship things, because that will eat into your profit if you mess up on that. And it's a good question. What else? Yeah, just start small. When I started, I would literally go out with $32. It was something really specific and weird, and because that's the number I started with, was like $32. And I would go out to garage sales, and once my $32 was gone, that was it. I would come home, list my stuff, and then with the profits, I got a little more, but I would only give myself that $32. It was a weird amount. I don't know why. I felt like it was a lucky number or something. And so I would go out, $32, and then slowly, as my profits began to roll in, then I was like, okay. And don't spend money on a lot of like other stuff too. Like now I spend money on products and things like, that would require. I think I spend a little bit on clipping magic because I use that a lot for my video stuff. Or I spend, like with merch, I have a few things that I pay for, but until I started making a profit on things, I didn't pay for anything. I'm cheap like that. So that would be those are my tips. Painted silk. Oh yeah, cool. Am I boxing or bagging these? Oh, these ones, Rhonda. I do. I Franken-box it. I think I have a video about it too, probably, knowing me. And this is actually small enough it would probably fit. But I use the post office shoebox. The long, tall shoebox that you like. Well, with the longer ones, I cut one of those in half and Franken-box the two together, so it's a long, skinny box, like so. That's what I do. I got it down. But that one is small enough it would probably fit in the shoebox without having to do it. Okay. We can have a oh, thank you so much, Florida Lotto. I don't know your real name, but thank you. Luca Berger basket at the. Oh wow. Hi Debbie. Things are going well. Thank you. Yeah. So sometimes those Bibles can really do well. This one is okay, but I've sold Bibles for $30+ before, so. Definitely. And then sometimes when you get them home and you flip through them and there's money in them, right? So then it's like double money. That's always nice. Let's see. Candy Cat says, have you ever dealt with a shipping insurance claim? Oh boy. Yeah. Huh. Okay. So Candy says, have you ever dealt with a shipping insurance claim? Sold $750 statue and it broke. Called a PO about filing a claim. They told me the buyer already initiated one. Did you already refund the person? Because if you already refunded them and they got their money back, you should be the one doing the claim. If you didn't and they're like, it's fine, I'll just take the insurance money, then that's fine too. But if they come back and want a refund, then that's fraud. not for you, on them, then they're trying to defraud the post office, and that's not cool. It's illegal. So definitely look into that, because and then let the post office know, like, hey, I already refunded them their money on this. I'm the one that should be filing the claim. So yeah. Start small. Yeah. The buyer didn't tell me they started the claim. They were writing to ask me what to do. Oh, they want to return. Just say, like, if you're filing a claim on this item and you're trying to get the money for it, that's your refund. There it is. But at least and you can contact eBay also. I would contact eBay and say, hey, they're already trying to get money from the post office. They want me to give them money too. That's double money. That's against the law. That's the law, man. And you're messing with the post office. That's a federal crime. So, no thank you. Teresa, how much money do you charge for priority? The priority, how much was that? Let me go look. What was the shipping on those? I think it's about $12, approximately. Custom shipping option. What do I put? It used to be $8, but now it's a little bit more than that. I'd probably put about 12. I'll double check it though. I would double check that before yeah. No, they're not flat rate. Yeah. I would totally call. Yeah, and I would let the post office know too. Like, they're asking me for a refund and they're getting a refund. Right? That sounds like a scam to me. Like, for that amount of an item, for that big of a price. And I'm not a big, I don't like to point the finger and say scam. Like, there's people that do that. But to me, that's like a red flag. They just got this big item that broke, expensive, and now they want your money, and they want the post office to give them money, and that's a gig right there. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this and saw something you might be able to pick up when you are out, and don't discount the weird, the little trolls, and the fun. And y'all, I found a really good Goodwill today, and I'm not going to tell you because Rhonda lives in my area, but I'll tell you later. Rhonda. Yeah, and it was really good, and my kid was even able to negotiate a price on a Nerf gun. And I couldn't believe it, because we were standing at the checkout, and I was like, they are not going to come down on the price. And my kid was like, the big Nerf gun is $2, and this little Nerf gun, they want $5. I'm going to ask the lady if that's right, because I don't think that's right. And sure enough, she came down on it. I was like, okay, this is my new Goodwill. All right, I will see you guys on the next one. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Julie, I missed you. And I hope you guys enjoyed again. I'll say that. All right, leave me a comment if you're watching later. And, yeah, talk to you later. Bye, everybody. Oh, wait, I got to hit the button. There we go. Bye.